I built this fridge slide 2 years ago using nothing but plywood, straps, a simple hinge, and slides. Since then, it's survived over 30 trails and multiple cross-country trips. Today, I'll show you exactly how it works, how it's held up over time, and whether I would stick with this setup or spend over $1,000 on an aftermarket drop-down slide. Everything I use will be linked in the description below, and I will also include my original build video where I walk through the full process and show you how to customize it to fit any fridge setup. All right, guys, let me give you a quick tour and then I'll go over my experience with this slide over the past 2 years. By the way, this table here that I got from Amazon, it's been a great table. I'll link that as well in the description. It's really worked out well. And it wasn't that expensive, so I'm super happy with it. I know there's some other aftermarket products out there that are a lot more expensive. All right, so looking over here, you can see my slide. And you'll notice that I have a cargo basket here from Hook Road, I believe is the name. This has worked out really well. It's super strong. I've got my battery here on the basket, which is great. It has all kinds of holes here on the side as well as on the bottom where you can strap things. When I'm overlanding, I actually have a bed platform that I put in here and my leg goes under here. On the slide itself, the first thing I had to do was build a box to basically raise it to this level. And let me show you actually that on this side, you can see it a lot better. You can see that I built a box right here. Then on top of this box, you'll notice there's another shelf that I built. And this shelf here is connected to the box itself via this piano hinge. I call it piano hinge. And again, I'll put the link in the description, which allows it to tilt. And on top of that, I've built this little piece here along with the slides, which attach to it. If you notice, there's a little gap here that allows it to slide out, and this hinge then allows it to tilt. And so you may ask yourself, how am I doing that? And the way I'm doing it is really simple. A lot of people, especially if you look at the aftermarket, they use very complicated, complex things to make it tilt or drop down. And in reality, all you have to do is to use a little strap, and that's what I'm using here. So if you notice, I've cut a hole in this plywood, and when I tilt it with this strap, I can make it as long or as short as I want, depending on how far I want it to tilt. And it stops where I want to tilt it. And it works super well. I'm so happy with it. I haven't had any issues whatsoever with it. Very solid. And the other nice thing about it is that it's very simple. All right, to use the slide, basically you push these two handles down for the slide, and then you can just pull it right down. Just did it with 2 fingers. And if you notice, I've put this little bracket here and I've connected the handle of the fridge to the bracket via a simple strap, and that's what's holding the fridge on both sides. So you can see this as well on this side. And then this makes it super easy to get into the fridge for anything you want. By the way, this is the IceCo. I'll put the model number in the description. I can't quite remember now. But it's a great fridge. You can use it either as a fridge or a freezer. And it's super quiet. It has a special mechanism inside that makes it super quiet and efficient. And I haven't had a single problem with this fridge for 2 years. It's worked out really well. So I would highly recommend it. I will link the description below if you're interested. And then with this table here, it's super easy for me to put my stove here. I have access to my fridge, and I have my propane tank right over here. I hook it up to my stove and I can cook anything, and I've got a full kitchen set up here. All right, what else? Let me show you actually the other side now that I have it tilted. So here it is in the tilted configuration, so you can see how it tilts, and you can see the strap here, right there. that's stopping it from falling over. And here I've used another strap to secure the fridge slide to the basket. And when I'm in my Overlanding setup, I actually have two additional batteries that I put here that connect to the battery on the rack. And that gives me 6 kilowatt hours capacity, which is huge. I pretty much can run this fridge and anything else I want for literally a month with that much capacity. So it's a real nice setup. Again, here's the view of this fridge from the side. So my overall assessment of this setup, I would give it an A+ for simplicity, for ease of use, and for maintenance. Because if anything was to break here, it would be super easy to fix. I mean, you can see my awesome tilting mechanism there. And the fridge, I love, fits perfectly. And so it's just, I couldn't be more happier with this setup. And over the trails, going on multiple trails here, it's held up. It hasn't fallen apart. I mean, you can see all these trails that I've done. I've done some that I have on the other side of the Jeep. So a lot of trails, a lot of up and down, a lot of jolting, and it's held up. The only thing I would change, if there was anything that I would have to change from my initial setup, something that I did change actually, is the piano hinge. Initially I had a much smaller one. Let me show you. Again, you can see how easy that is to put it back up. Just with one hand, I was able to put it up. Is this piano hinge I had was really small, and the screws on it were very small. So after like 4 or 5 trails, I noticed some of these were coming loose. And so what I did was I got a heftier one, which is the one you can see here. And I also used crazy glue, the gel crazy glue. You want to make sure it's gel. And I put that on tip of each screw when I screwed it in. And I tell you, this thing is just on there rock solid. The other thing I did one more other change. And that was, this plywood is 3/4 inch plywood. And initially I had like a 3/8 inch plywood here. That wasn't strong enough. And basically what was happening was this was bowing down a little bit here in the middle. So you were losing this gap. But with the 3/4 inch plywood, it's been rock solid. Those are the only 2 changes I've made. Since then, I've done at least 25 trails. I've done over 2 years of overlanding cross country. Check out my video on how I built this thing. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the description below. If you found this video helpful or got something out of it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.